Hey, welcome! Today we are tackling something I think we've all felt. That sudden jolt of dread when your phone rings out of the blue. Why does that happen? Well, we're gonna get into it. Okay, so picture this. You're chilling, maybe you're deep into some work, totally in the zone, and then, bam, your phone starts ringing. Why does that sound, a simple ringtone, feel less like a friendly hello and more like a full-blown alarm bell going off in your head? What is actually happening there?
So for a long time, the easy answer, the one we've all probably heard, is just social anxiety. The idea that we're scared of being judged, or we're worried we'll say the wrong thing, or we just don't like talking to people. And yeah, that seems to make sense on the surface, right? But what if that's not really the full picture?
Yeah. What if that feeling isn't actually about fear? What if it's about something way more fundamental to how our brains are wired? It's time to challenge that old idea and dig into what's really going on.
Okay, so here it is, the big idea. It's not really social anxiety. It's actually a preference for something called cognitive control. It's this deep-seated desire we have to be thoughtful, to be deliberate, and to really control how we respond to people.
And this is where it gets really interesting because these two things are fundamentally different. Social anxiety, on one hand, that's rooted in fear, right? The fear of being judged. But cognitive control, that's all about performance. It's about wanting to be precise, to be thoughtful, and to basically put your best foot forward with your ideas. One is about avoiding a negative, the other is about creating a positive.
So, okay, this whole preference for control thing, how does that actually work inside our heads? Well, it all boils down to one single incredibly important thing that a phone call completely takes away from us: the pause. Think about what a phone call demands from your brain. You have to listen to the words and the tone of voice, process what it means, and come up with a smart reply, all at once, in real time. It's a massive sensory overload. There's no time to stop and think, no pause button. And that pressure, it can literally flip a switch in your brain, kicking it into what some people call survival mode. And what exactly is survival mode? Well, you can think of it like your brain's factory default setting from, thousands of years ago. It's all about reacting fast, not thinking deep. Which is awesome if a saber-toothed tiger jumps out at you, but for a tricky conversation with your boss or a friend, yeah, not so much. Speed over substance isn't usually the best strategy there.
This lays it out perfectly. Path 1. The phone rings, your brain gets overloaded, and bam, you're in reactive survival mode. But then there's path 2. A text comes in. And with a text, you get that all-important pause. That little moment is a total game changer. It lets you completely bypass survival mode and switch on your reasoning mode instead.
Now, this ability to hit pause and actually think things through, it's powered by this amazing tool that we all have in our mental toolbox. And it really is the ultimate form of control. And that tool is called metacognition. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. It's literally just thinking about your thinking. It's that little voice in your head that lets you review and edit your own thoughts before you say them out loud. It's the difference between being deliberate and just, blurting things out. This is why texting feels so different. It's basically a perfect environment for metacognition. It gives you that space to manage what you want to say before your immediate, unfiltered gut reaction. Your ego takes the wheel. You get to take a breath, think about it, and craft your response. You are in the driver's seat. All right, let's bring this all together. So what's the bottom line? What's the real difference between your brain on a phone call versus your brain on text? I mean, this chart just nails it. Look at the phone call column. It's real-time, it's reactive, it's a huge mental load, and you have very little control. It puts you straight into survival mode. Now look at texting. It's asynchronous, you respond when you want, it's deliberate, it's a low mental load, and you have all the control. Your reasoning brain is in charge. It's night and day. So, what does this all mean for you? It means that feeling of dread you get, it's not a flaw. You're not broken. It's just a totally natural preference for having control over how you think and communicate. You're not actually avoiding people. You're just managing all that incoming information, so you can give a thoughtful response instead of just a knee-jerk reaction. You're choosing reason over reaction. And that brings us to a final, really big question. In a world where we're all trying to build the perfect, most controlled, most thought-out response, what do we lose? What happens when we stop being a little messy, a little immediate, a little spontaneous? It's definitely something to think about.